Alright, YouTube, it is the Bat Nerd, and I am back with a Bat Nerd Reviews, and I am finally reviewing Morbius. So this is based on the Marvel comic book characters, Michael Morbius. So this is directed by, I'm going to butcher the name, but I'm going to try and pronounce it right. This is directed by Daniel Espinosa, starring Jared Leto, Matt Smith, Adria Ejana, Jared Harris, Al Madrigal or something, Tyrese Gibson, and Michael Keaton. So this is the latest installment in the Marvel Sony universe, or as I believe now it's called the Spider-Man universe, or something like that. I prefer the Sony Marvel universe. So this focuses on scientist Dr. Michael Morbius, who all his life has had this rare blood disease, and he has this childhood friend, and he promises to one day cure them both of this condition, and they believe the way doing that is through vampire bats. He does perfect a cure, but something doesn't go quite right, as he morphs into this living sort of vampire and needs blood to survive. He uses artificial blood, but that soon stops satisfying the urge, and his friend Milo, played by Matt Smith, also makes himself one, and there becomes a big conflict between those two. So that's pretty much the story there. So what did I like? Well, I like the practical makeup effects that they had in this. Yes, the whole makeup effects were practical. They did do some little CGI touches on there, I guess, especially with the face morph as well in this. So I like the visual effects it had, especially moments where we see Morbius's powers. Now, my only knowing of the character of Michael Morbius was from the 90s animated series of Spider-Man, and I know that he's a living vampire. Of course, he doesn't have the suckers on his hands. So yeah, I thought they had some good action moments in this, and some well-known actors in there. And Jared Leto, he was okay for the main part. I gotta say he was a lot better in this than he was as the Joker. But I can't blame him for his absence in that as the Joker. But yeah, anyway, Jared Leto I thought was good. Matt Smith, to me, he looked like he was just playing an evil version of the 11th Doctor, because he was that in Doctor Who. Makes a reference in that too as well. But yeah, I also thought that, this could have been a little better. I mean, it's under 2 hours long, so it's not a long movie at all, about 104 minutes. So it had some good stories, some good potential, some good effects, but that's where I come into the dislikes. So this movie was okay, but I found it a bit of a snooze fest. I gotta admit, there were moments where my eyes were a bit heavy and I was struggling to stay awake. I had to stand up and stretch and, make myself wake up a bit more. So yeah, I did like that it did that. That it got me bored. I even looked at my phone and thinking, yeah, there's some moments in this that just got a bit boring and predictable. And if a movie does that, I think, oh, really, it's a bit of I get what people mean by it's a letdown, but this movie should have been out a while ago. I mean, it got delayed for, I don't know, reshoots or something. But then, understandably, it got delayed by the COVID-19 pandemic, which is understandable. But then it got delayed from the January slot. It meant to come out in late 2021, then it got pushed to January, then to April. See, I kind of expected this too, because a movie isn't going to be brilliant when it's been delayed countless times. So, yeah, I gotta say, it was a little bit of a letdown, and like I said, I found it a bit of a snooze fest. But one of my favorite part of the entire movie was the end credit scenes. There's two mid-credit scenes. There's no post-credit, just two mid-credit scenes where we see it tie in with the multiverse, with the MCU, with Spider-Man No Way Home. And we see the Vulture, Michael Keaton. And then there is another one as well, which is also cool, and I like that, saying things in motion for a sequel, which I think will happen, because I don't know, I just hope it does. but like I say, mid-credit scenes and that don't always guarantee a sequel. But I hope they do make a sequel to this, and I hope they make it improved a bit more, because they definitely set something up. And we don't know which Spider-Man movie universe this is in yet. It's not the MCU Spider-Man verse, but people are leaning towards Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, whatever. So yeah, I gotta say, I was a little disappointed in the movie, but I guess they can't please everybody. But yeah, so my ratings now. What am I gonna rate this one? I think I'll give this. I'll give it 3 batarangs out of 5. 3 batarangs out of 5 for Morbius. So have you seen this one? Let me know down in the comments below if you have. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and to share with your friends. And to feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. I have been the Bat Nerd, and this has been Bat Nerd Reviews. So, until next time, Bat Nerd out.